What up, family? It's Poor Dash 20 Merrily. It's 3:53, September 13th, sexy Saturday, 2025. Coming from behind, that's 17% on my phone. I took a bus back to the trap, and the number of the bus, it added up to 38 coming from behind, but that's 11 because I'm number one twice. Look, long story short, they trying to pin bullshit on me just like the movie Game Related and shit. Real fucking so. Look, if I had did anything with that gun for real, which was a gun I did not want from Chuck Dalton's gun shop, but the sales white man convinced me to get it because it was cheaper. And you know us ladies, we be wanting a deal and stuff. At the time, I didn't realize it had somebody's initials on it. And yes, I did have a gun card. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get it. Remember, Chuck Dalton's gun shop in Indiana. Okay, so whatever the fuck they trying to do, if I was guilty of something, when the fucking goddamn, when Mario said, and she's got a gun too, which, how did he know? I didn't tell him. Only one I told was the police when I called them and said I got a gun to my head and I feel suicidal. That was the gun. They didn't give a fuck until Mario started hollering, talking that crazy stuff. And I opened up the door for the police and he said, and she's got a gun too. I wasn't waving no gun at him or nothing. I didn't even tell him or his mother and stuff, real talk. So obviously he was snooping, or they told him that, yeah, she got a gun. She called Woo out the bag. Now, when I got the gun out the bag and they said, get the gun, it didn't have no safety on. I could have shot both of them and shit, real motherfucking tough. So another time I was at the police station and they was looking through white people's mug shots and stuff. And I was like, is you trying to pin a case on me or something? You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I peep game, real talk. So the bus driver, I got a tap to get on, so they'd be like, yeah, even the numbers add up and stuff. But then I peep game, right? This says, think before you hate. They got hate crime versus hate incidents and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? So hate and love are both four-letter words, and at the time I didn't know love spelled backwards is evil until Eminem said it. So now I spell love with L-U-V. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I really hated transgenders, my first ever YouTube video, Mary Mack versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, I was not discriminating. You understand what I'm saying? November 2007. I wouldn't have spent my money on this pen that says respect people's pronouns. Look, I don't care who you screw, nigga. Stealing my stuff. You understand what I'm saying? To get your operation is what I got a problem with. Real talk. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that stuff you doing. It's 3:56 going on the way to 3:57. But when you trying to flip me to get my money, they was trying to get me to flip and become a man. Why? Because I'm the originator of rap since the age of 1975. And, they didn't want to give me my money as the lady I am. And they don't want to, acknowledge the fact that it's a real girl, lady, for real, that's whooping their butt. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody tell you to chop off your penis, and I don't know if you did or not. Y'all need to check who you working with, because a lot of them acting like ladies and still got that, you know what? You understand what I'm saying? So, miss me with all that dumb shit. So, it's the hate produce, police. You hate me. My whole arrest record is police. Hating on me before I even knew who I was and am. And that's originated rap since the age of 1975. They knew. The devil always know ahead of time. This the 14. They green with envy. Money, Mississippi got all my money. And this the 8. I ain't got a lot of kicking. That's 23. Jordan ain't got shit on me with his hating ass. Step your game up. Peace.